What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. So we have some crazy news right here, yo. There are TikTokers that are actually becoming dentists in less than a week, less than a month, less than a year. They're becoming a dentist in 2 days, bro. 2 days. Let's see what this is talking about. This video is called These TikTokers, I'm tweaking, are running an illegal dentist scam. Original link to this video will be in the description down below. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. Trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this month. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it, though. No cap.
These TikTokers are running an illegal dentist scam, and the rabbit hole goes pretty deep, as there's a lot of them doing this. And the whole thing revolves around veneers, aka getting fake teeth put in. If you don't know, that's an extremely invasive procedure where a dentist will file down your teeth to basically nubs and then mount your new fake teeth on top of where your old teeth were. So we're getting a procedure like this done, we would hope to have a professional dentist.
2 days is crazy,
The only
bro.
downside of that is veneers, they're not really the cheapest. They're pretty expensive.
Facts.
Roughly $1,500 per tooth if you want the porcelain ones.
Per tooth.
Sketchy
Golly.
entrepreneurs to find a way to cut costs to make the service cheaper. And apparently the most popular one is just skipping dentist school and just doing a 2-day TikTok course on how to become a veneer tech, and boom, just like that, you're right off to grinding down people's teeth and making $5,000 a week.
Bro, I heard somebody was over there doing fake veneers, or not fake veneers. Somebody was actually doing veneers in a beauty supply or like a beauty salon or something like that. They're doing fake veneers all the while doing hair at the same time. Like, bro, these people are crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And then the folks that actually go and pay for it, it was about like what, $3,500 I heard. Bro, hell nah.
What could go wrong? Well, apparently a whole lot. So the people who are doing this are calling themselves veneer techs, and apparently this isn't even a real practice. From what I've gathered, this is like the dentist version of going and getting a BBL done in a motel. So here we have the first person by the name of Rel Styles promoting their services by showing a before and after of their customer.
Shorty done got exposed. Oh my goodness. They call themselves veneer tech, yo, and they're doing it over on massage beds.
The cheapest veneers to have done, and if you're going to go through a legit dentist, they probably cost around $950 a tooth. So $1,500, that sounds like an insane bargain. But
yeah,
that's not the only type of content they post on this account.
Like what? I ain't gonna lie. It looks tough though. Like, it actually looks like it's pretty good, but
I don't know about you, but that's a weird thing for your dentist to post on TikTok. That's kind of the post that you would expect from, I don't know, like a crypto trader course guy, or
the certificate of completion.
Try to shill you some course to bet only on winners, because that's realistic expectations to sell. And sure enough, they're shilling a veneer tech class. So hey, do you want to risk it all to grind out innocent people's teeth who don't know better to maybe make like $5 grand a week? Because apparently they have a class for you. As the description of the video says, do you want to learn how to do composite veneers? 101 2-day course includes
2-day course,
supply kit, liability waiver certificate of completion, veneer list investment, $5,000.
5,000, bro. Oh hell no, bro. You know how much somebody can sue her for? Like, they can sue her for everything that she's got, bro. $5,000 deposit, and she's not even a real like dentist at all. I ain't gonna lie, man. People be trying to come with all type of schemes, dog. Yo, I wonder did somebody end up suing her, or probably is already in the process of suing her.
Deposit $500.
$5,000.
Wow, that sounds like an absolute cash grab. I guess just don't mind the alleged felons trying to train potential future alleged felons. Why not?
Man.
So again, for a small investment of $5,000 in 2 days of classes, you too can permanently alter people's teeth. Awesome. That sounds like a great deal. Absolutely not. That is sarcasm. And as you may expect, dentists are pretty alarmed about this whole thing.
Man.
This is some wild negligence, and that is putting it lightly. So here's what a dentist said about this on TikTok.
I am so glad that an attorney has stepped into the picture, because me as a dentist, a lot of people think I'm just hating. Maybe, I don't know why I would hate, because I'm the one that has an actual degree. But I think a lot of people don't take what we say seriously, and they're like, well, how is it illegal? Well, he not prepping the teeth. He just putting composite on, It's bigger than that. Dentistry is not just about teeth. I want y'all to know that. It's the study of teeth, but it's about managing patients. primarily. The teeth is one part of the puzzle. You have to manage patients who are hypertensive. I had a patient who wanted to come get treatment, blood pressure 200 over 150. Does your veneer
Golly.
technician know how to manage a medical emergency? Right? Do they know how to see decay that may not be like as alarming? And do they care that it's there? Are they just gonna throw the composite over it so that you walk out with a white piano key looking smile?
Oh
These are
my
things you need to
God.
consider.
White piano key is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, and I can definitely see how that probably is a little bit like, dude, I done went to school all these years to try to become a dentist, and you got people over here making bands on bands, just doing 2-day courses, and you know what I'm saying, putting veneers in your mouth for just the fraction of a cost. I can definitely see how that is a bit frustrating, but she claims, you know what I'm saying, she's saying that it's not that. It's just the fact that, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, there's a whole bunch of different other health factors that you really have to take into account.
It's illegal if you go watch this video. But you know, most of the people that go to veneer techs, I don't think they care about the legality
Veneer
behind
text, like,
it.
that's not even
To
a
be
thing.
completely honest, that's a conversation for another day. But I will continue to profess this fact that a veneer tech, teeth by teeth, all the things are illegal, not real, and honestly very detrimental to your health until I hang my loops up. You know, because I want justice to be served.
So the lawyer that she's
Man.
mentioning, she made this video.
Y'all, this is just another reminder from an attorney that there is no such thing as a veneer tech in the state of Georgia.
Nah, my boy got the neck tat on and everything.
No such thing. This is illegal. Please don't let this man touch your mouth. I know he looks good. You might be tempted just for that reason. There is no such thing, okay? And what he's doing is illegal. You can check out my prior posts about that.
So you telling me he like ordered that dentist fit from Amazon or something? That had to have been the case then, I guess, bro. Because if you have no ties to even being a dentist or nothing like that, he definitely got that shit from he got that bit from Amazon or something.
Thanks.
Then, of course, there's more TikTokers selling veneer courses because there's so many of them. And this one has some layers to it.
Wow. Nah, they having events, workshops,
Nothing like
and
drinking
shit.
rosé while learning how to work on people's teeth for only 2 days.
That's crazy.
This is so bad you would think it's a parody or some wild joke, but I guess not. Overall, it just sounds like a terrible time for the consumer, but apparently one of these guys hosting the event allegedly scammed one of their patients.
I've been researching this dude right here, Devin, who works for VVS Smiles Atlanta. And I wanted him to do my teeth. I've seen people whose work that he's done. I think he did an amazing job. I wanted my teeth done by this man. So I reached out to him on DMs. So on February 15th,
$2,000.
Paid my deposit. It was for a Valentine's special that he had where it was $2,000 total. But I paid my deposit and everything. DM'd him.
That was a deposit.
So I paid my deposit. He was like, okay, great. I'll see you next month. Everything was all good. No issues. Here is the reminder email that I got the day before my appointment. Again, I flew from Dallas to Atlanta.
Damn, and she took a flight.
So I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go back to Dallas, a new female. Whoop-de-whoop. Very, very excited. So on the day of my appointment, I show up early because I'm not familiar with Atlanta like that. So I show up to make sure I am on time. When I get there, both of the doors to his suite is locked. So I sit in a chair that's next to his suite. And I'm sending him an Instagram message at the same time. He's sending me a message too. Someone stole my whole ever machine out of my room. I'm going to have to refund you and pay you.
Nah, yo, why he curse in the DM, bro? That's so unprofessional, bro.
For your flight.
What? How does that happen? I have never heard that coming from a dentist.
Like,
imagine
what?
having your dentist appointment canceled because their equipment was stolen. That doesn't happen, but it gets so much worse.
And I'm like, hey, I'm up here. The door is locked. Do I need to knock on the door? And this is us mentioned at the same exact time, okay? And I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean your machine was stolen out of your room? You can't do my teeth. I flew all this way for my teeth to get done. So at this point, I am very upset. Y'all can pause to read.
She said she flew here from Dallas. When will I get my money back? My trip was $1,000 plus my $500 deposit. Now and flight purchase. Now and send flight purchase.
So at this point, I am just livid. So he was like, I'm going to compensate you for your flight. And I'm like, no, sir, you're going to compensate me for my flight and my hotel and my deposit.
Damn.
That's what you're going to compensate me for, sir. So He said, send me the receipt. I did. My
Nah, he sent an emoji too?
Was like, I want to say $869. He sent me $850. Okay. You know, he cashed at me the $850. So I'm like, okay, what about my deposit? That's $500. So he says, I'm about to send. At this point, I said, I'm crying. I'm very upset because I'm thinking that you're about to do my teeth. So I'm like, you won't hear from me no more. Just go ahead and, send me my money. He goes on to say he don't need my money and so on and so forth. Well, then where's my deposit?
Nah.
So he sends me this screenshot saying that the deposit is going to be sent back to my card. I have yet to receive the deposit. Have not received anything since. So I reached back out to him to be like, hey, do you know how long it's going to take for my deposit to come back on my card? What's going on? He blocks me.
Bro, oh hell no.
Never offered me an apology. Never said, I'm sorry, my bad.
But he sent an emoji.
I can reschedule you or nothing. In fact, some lady that was at his suite said that she worked with him before and he was never on time or he would not show up. She would end up having to take his clients. And then she's told me that he only does mixed breeds and light-skinned women's teeth.
What?
What? Okay,
that make no sense, bro.
Going on here. If someone is saying they don't need their customers' money, they are slow and compensating.
That's
something.
crazy.
There's a reason he hasn't refunded that deposit. Also, cash apping for the flight payment, that sounds incredibly sketchy because it kind of makes it seem like he's operating his business out of his own personal bank account rather than through an actual business.
Facts.
Are you interested in...
Bro, imagine. I'm not gonna lie, man. I wonder how did this end up playing out. I'm sure he got sued for hella bread, bro. Or is in the process of being sued because, dude, yo, when you dealing with somebody's confidence at that point, not even just, you know what I'm saying, their teeth. I know it's a health thing as well, but you're dealing with somebody that's like, bro, they can really sue your ass for everything that you got, no cap. And this man ain't even a real dentist. He's just a veneer tech.
Then obviously that last thing, that is just laughably sad. Morals aside,
that's
it's
crazy.
Also just like stupid because why would you want to limit your customer base? But remember the lawyer
and then he was disrespectful.
Earlier? Well, she replied to this as well.
The unlicensed practice of dentistry in the state of Georgia is a crime. So I stumbled upon this lady's story and I was curious, so I started doing a little bit of research. Mind you, I'm an attorney, but I'm not licensed in Georgia, and this is outside of my area of practice. But I did find some statutes, so let's read them. So this is from the Georgia Code, which states that things like veneers, so applying any dental appliance cap covering prosthesis or cosmetic covering, cannot be applied unless you are a licensed dentist or you're working under the prescription of a licensed dentist. Another part of the Georgia Code, which says that it is a felony for you to practice dentistry without a license. If you are charged with this, you as the defendant have to prove that you were licensed to do the work. And this is another part of the Georgia Code. This is all stuff you can look up yourself. Now, these are the terms and conditions for the guy that did this young lady's, or who took this young lady's money to do the veneers. And he's really popular on Instagram and TikTok for veneers. And here it says at the bottom, it says that you consent that he is not a licensed dentist, that he is a trained and certified veneer tech. Now, I did some quick research, and I can't find anything
he snitched on himself already
that recognizes a veneer tech as a actual thing. And by putting in your acuity scheduling link that you acknowledge that I'm not a dentist, I don't think really goes as far as it needs to in order to protect your consumers.
Bro, how you gonna say that you're not a dentist, but you're a veneer tech? Like, yo, you're still dealing with people's teeth, cleaning it, checking to see, you know what I'm saying, like, if anything's wrong with it, or at least supposed to. How, like, Brody really just snitched on himself.
Because most consumers might see tech and they think, oh, they're licensed or whatever. But according to the state of Georgia, it doesn't seem that way.
This will definitely
I wonder will that change over time.
We've seen the government start cracking down at the at-home BBL industry. So the veneer tech industry might be next. Someone also commented on that video saying, had mine done in Atlanta, unfortunately now being asked for $23,000 to remove them and redo them by an actual dentist now. Also, flew down there 3 times because they kept breaking. What an absolute nightmare. And there are so many more dentists calling this out right now.
This is the removal of temporary veneers. They're used to check the bite and make sure that the aesthetics of the veneers are good. This is a criminal. This is a fake certificate, and this person is doing at-home veneers, labeling themselves as a veneer tech. Now, I know it seems like veneers are pretty easy. They're just something that goes over the surface of the tooth and it makes it look more aesthetically pleasing. But let's not kid yourself. There is a lot of stuff that can go wrong. You can have bone loss, periodontal disease that can all be undiagnosed if the person is not trained correctly. And let's not even get started about the longevity of these veneers, because veneers are normally very hard to keep for a long period of time. They usually need to be replaced. Because of how we bite together. Our jaws are extremely powerful. So if any of these teeth are hitting just a little bit too hard, those veneers will be breaking off in no time.
Yeah, it's just a terrible idea to go to anyone like this, but it just keeps getting so much worse.
Yo, what? Oh my gosh.
You can see that those teeth are almost broken down to the gut line. Those teeth are not really salvageable. Again, I'm not a dentist, but being in the medical or being in the dental field at all, I know that those teeth are not salvageable. They need to be pulled, meaning extraction. When you just put something on top of decay, what do you think happens? I haven't really gone into the medical aspect of a lot of this because I'm not a medical provider, but let's get into what can happen. So if you get an infection in your tooth and you don't treat it, you can get a couple of things. Infection in your bloodstream, you can go septic, which is like septic shock, and you will die within like a day or two. You could also get endocarditis, which is inflammation of the heart valve, which isn't really something that I'd want to play with. I don't know about your medical background, obviously. But some people have to take what's called a pre-med. So before any dental procedures, they take a medication to keep their heart safe to make sure they don't get infection that goes to their heart. I am beyond shocked.
It's clear they're just using the fact that U.S. healthcare is so unaffordable to so many to just prey on those people who don't know better and can't afford better. And the sad reality is this is just going to make things worse for these patients, because this is the definition of putting a Band-Aid over a problem. It's like painting over mold rather than getting rid of it. Shout out to the TikTok user Danny Banani, because it seems like she's dedicated her account to calling out businesses like this, as it seems like these businesses just keep on spawning like an evil game of whack-a-mole.
Gonna blow your mind in this season. If you don't even understand now, you gonna understand, because he's gonna blow your mind. He's gonna continue to stretch you.
Of the first video, and I said, well, they're using a drill on their teeth. It's not just a composite overlay. Who's their DDS? Who's their DMD? As you can see, I go to their website. I don't seem to see one.
Nah, she exposing everybody.
Who's the contacted? But right now, here's the price. Hold on. About $4,000, a consultation. Okay, so I go to contact. And I said, well, who's your DDS? Who's performing such services? It would seem to be I don't see anybody. The reason you don't see anybody is because there's not a licensed dentist doing any of this to hold accountable or verify credentials.
And because of this, it's the customer that has to deal with the consequences, like this woman who almost lost all of her teeth and had to go to the emergency room.
I appreciate you for trying to accommodate the situation, but unfortunately, what I just went through, I'm not going to be able to come back. I said I got abscess on the side of my mouth. I have to go to the emergency room to get antibiotics. Because I got 2 abscess in my mouth. I don't know if it was from your tools, if it was from the partial, if it was from if it was from you not shaving it down. I don't know, but I have to get antibiotic. I got abscess in my mouth, and unfortunately, I don't want you touching my mouth.
Wow. What's sad is this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many people on TikTok promoting these services, and so many people on TikTok telling about their horrible experience going to a veneer tech. And it's clear that these people are just vultures who don't care about their customer at all, as her story just gets so much worse.
I said, what can we do about a reimbursement? You almost took my teeth out. I have an infection. I have abscess in my mouth. I have an infection from you. What can we do about this? She said, oh, let me call you back. I'm going to let you know what I could do. Give me a few moments.
What?
I said, okay, bet, cool. 12 o'clock today, she texted me and told me she ain't going to be able to give me my money back.
What?
She done offered several times for me to come back to her office and get them re-put in. That's her solution. If I don't want that solution, it's nothing that she could do, because I signed the consent. I signed the consent form for you to do your job. I have an infection in my mouth. You could not drill those teeth out of my mouth. I had to pull them out without them being numb. And I got a text message of you telling me to go to the emergency room.
That is
Damn.
absolutely horrible. I hope she lawyers up because a consent form offers pretty much zero protection against an illegal business. Never get any medical work done from someone who is not a licensed professional, not a 2-day TikTok course. It's inevitable that people are going to go to jail for this. It's just kind of a matter of when. But if you want to check out my business that won't leave you without teeth, you can go to matt.city at the top of the description down below and check out our Matt Cities. We took your childhood nostalgia, innovated on the idea, and brought it to a city near you. And we got it in both floor/wall mats. And we also got them in like large mouse pads as well. Currently we have LA, New York City, and the Atozi City, which is behind me, but we have many more to come soon. So if you want another way to support my family and the channel, you can check out the link in the top of the description down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bro, damn. Yo, this is the new age of BBLs now. People becoming veneer techs over just 48 hours. Damn, that's insane. Shorty's messed up. No cap. She said she got infections in her mouth. Her teeth was about to fall out. All type of junk. Damn. Let that be a lesson, bro. You gotta really do your research on who you going to, bro. Not everything that's cheap is a good idea. No cap. I ain't gonna lie. That's insane.